This young student is prepared to defy the rules? And how long can the teacher hold his emotions in place? When a student begins giving him unique attention? Let's find out. Good day, and welcome to Amazon Recaps. At the start of the movie, we are introduced to a middle-aged school teacher called Joseph Sven. During his youth, he suffered an injury that left him limping and reliant on a cane. He resided on a farm with his aging mother and managed the regular household tasks. When he gets to school, he informs his students that the school might shut down soon. At that point, an 18-year-old new student named Catherine Wheeler walks into the classroom. And who are you? Catherine Wheeler. After work, Joseph talks about the school's closure with Rosalie, a widow whose husband had died. Joseph had been looking after her and was even planning to marry her. The following morning, a man named Nathan Wheeler, a retired major and Catherine's father, shows up at Joseph's farm. He proposes boarding Catherine's horse in Joseph's stable and offers to pay $175 per month. Naturally, Joseph agrees. Later, Joseph drives Catherine and confides that this will be his final year as an educator. She inquires about what other options he might have, but Joseph is uncertain how to reply, and she promises to discover the answer. It is then that she starts developing inappropriate feelings. Later that day, Dr. Evans visits Joseph's mother to deliver her medication. He shares with Joseph that her condition will deteriorate further, and that she has just a few months to live. It would be best for her to remain in the hospital. The following day after work, Joseph heads to the stable and discovers Catherine quietly waiting for him in the loft. "You knew I was here." "You're right." He joins her, where she subtly expresses her feelings, trying to capture his attention with a delicate gesture. Joseph swiftly walks away, determined to uphold his principles. However, after some contemplation, he recognizes that his life has become dull, and maybe a little excitement wouldn't be so bad. He returns, and he and Catherine share an intimate moment of closeness. A few days later, the school board notifies Joseph that, since he hasn't finished his professional development courses, he'll be unable to teach in city schools. Joseph isn't bothered by this, dismisses the board members, and heads home. Later, Dr. Evans visits Joseph and informs him that Major Wheeler, who also enjoys hunting, spotted a coyote in the area. Evans decides to give Joseph his hunting rifle, as he is too old to hunt anymore. During one of his classes, Joseph assigns his students to write essays. Catherine takes this opportunity to write that she wants to meet him because she has something important to say. Later, while driving, Joseph becomes upset with Catherine for leaving such an obvious note, worried that someone might discover their relationship. At first, he thinks she might be pregnant, but Catherine denies it. "I'm not in the mood." Eventually, she jokes that she's pregnant, which stuns Joseph. He doesn't know how to handle the situation or explain it to others, but luckily, it was just a joke. Catherine isn't pregnant. One morning, Catherine gives Joseph a bottle of 20-year-old bourbon as a gift. He accepts it and asks about her mother. Catherine quickly changes the subject, avoiding any discussion about her past, particularly her mother's struggles, and redirects the conversation back to Joseph. Later, Dr. Evans unexpectedly enters the stable and finds them together. Afterward, Joseph and Evans meet at a cafe. Evans is taken aback by what he witnessed and asks how long it has been happening. Joseph explains everything, and Evans warns him that if he doesn't end it, there will be serious consequences. Additionally, Joseph has Rosalie, who is waiting for him to propose. After the school party, Rosalie invites Joseph to her home to spend some time together in bed as he likes, but he turns her down, leaving Rosalie feeling hurt as she leaves. When Joseph returns home, his mother brings up that she knows about his relationship with young Catherine and asks how long it will last. Joseph is fortunate once again, as he avoids answering when his mother begins to feel unwell. After hearing his mother's words, Joseph takes a moment to reflect on his actions. Gathering himself, he goes to Rosalie to apologize. He explains that the last time he turned her down, it was because his mother needed help. However, Rosalie is doubtful that this is the whole truth. Joseph then defends himself, explaining that people his age go through changes and realize they haven't done what they truly wanted. He shares his dream of visiting a quiet, secluded beach, away from everyone, where he can relax and fish in peace. Finally, he admits that he wishes just once, to share a tender moment with her in the daylight. Rosalie apologizes for letting him down, but after reflecting on her feelings, she gives in and fulfills Joseph's wish. Later, Joseph's mother passes away, and after the funeral, while Rosalie is sorting through the condolence cards, she finds a note from Catherine. As she reads it, she realizes that Joseph has been unfaithful. She steps outside and confronts Joseph, accusing him of cheating. He tries to defend himself, claiming that there was nothing serious with Catherine, that it was just a brief affair, and that Rosalie means much more to him. "I hope you die." But Rosalie isn't persuaded, and she pushes him away before walking out on him. That same evening, Catherine visits Joseph. She's learned about what happened, and tells him that she wants them to get married. However, Joseph decides to end their relationship. Catherine warns him that he'll regret this. "You'll be sorry." The following day, Joseph finds out that Nathan, Catherine's father, knows everything and won't let it go easily. That evening, Joseph takes the hunting rifle that was given to him and waits for Nathan to arrive. When Nathan shows up with his wife, he only wants to talk. He asks Joseph if he plans to marry Catherine, but Joseph responds by saying he doubts he's her type. In the end, Nathan says he's come to understand that Joseph is a decent man and that it's not entirely his fault, but also Catherine's. However, Nathan's wife disagrees. She slaps Joseph across the face, accusing him of taking advantage of Catherine. Nathan doesn't want to make a fuss over the situation and suggests they part ways amicably. After they leave, Catherine returns and asks Joseph if he'll marry her. But Joseph tells her that what they had was just a brief fling, and that there's no future for them. He explains that he's too old, and she's too young, and doesn't even know what she truly wants. Catherine then kisses him and confesses that she's done something wrong. "What?" "Look." When Joseph steps outside, he sees the barn engulfed in flames. He manages to save the cow, but Catherine's horse perishes in the fire. The following day, Joseph decides to turn his life around. He reconciles with Rosalie, telling her that he loves only her, and she forgives him. In the end, they both go to the ocean, where they choose to spend the rest of their lives together. For more videos like this, kindly subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. Also like and share with friends and family. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.